Hey there, ni hao. We are in the deepest, most remote part of China I've ever been. I am hiking up right now to the poorest village in China. Officially, the poorest village in China. And this is what I gotta do to get there. In the mountains of Sichuan province lies China's poorest region. Just decades ago, it was famous for drug trafficking, usage, and abnormally high STD rates. The West Virginia of China, if you will. It's home to the Yi people, a proud minority group that resisted Chinese rule until last century. The Chinese couldn't conquer them because they literally lived on top of mountains. Their home is extremely remote, and few ever visit. What was life like there? And how would they treat me, a dumb American wandering in? As always, there was only one way to find out. Well, here's some sign of life. Maybe not human life. Ooh. And there's some signs that we're in China. By the way, do you like my $2 knockoff polo hat? Got it yesterday. Built a little bathroom here. And your hike up and down the mountain. Ooh, the sink's not even working. Ooh, shame. It's very rare to find in China now. Listen, they may not build things to the best of quality all the time, but usually it's working. Alright, this is supposed to be like the hardest part of it. It just goes straight up. I did pick up a little harness before starting this journey. That might help. But I don't know, it doesn't look that bad. I'm not like some serious hiking guy, but the only thing that's really worrying me is that there's literally no one doing this. And it's windy. I know what you're thinking. Look at the dumb white guy risking his life to go climb a mountain for no reason. I get it, guys. You don't have to rub it in. Alright? Every group of people has its weaknesses, does it not? Our problem is we keep taking stupid risks and we keep invading other countries. Alright? Sorry. Now maybe the craziest thing is that in spite of how high up we are, how remote we are, you can still see a telecom box right here. So I actually have perfect 5G connection on my phone. Granted, it's got the Chinese firewall installed, but nowhere has more widespread coverage than China. What a view, though. Now from here, I can already see another village on the mountain just facing this one. And what's even crazier is from up here at this vantage point, you can see all the regular towns down in the valley that the people still live in. This is a region in China that was completely shaped by its geography. You either have to live on top of the mountain or in between the mountains. And there's a lot of earthquakes up here. Here in old Sichuan province. Spicy food province. They say it's spicy for something else too. I think we're almost at the top. I just saw a guy walking up there. It's the first person I've seen this entire hike. Cow shit is multiplying. That obviously means we are close to some kind of civilization. Cliff Village. That is literally the name of this village. The Cliff Village. Because they live on a cliff. Oh, and are these the villagers over here? Hello there. Ni hao ma. It's gonna worry those cows are gonna kick me off the mountain. This is literally the shittiest part of China I've ever been to. This is what a lot of you wanted to see. Well, here you go. Oh, but where is everybody? houses all look abandoned. Whoa! Look at that. Somebody left some puppies up here. Ni hao, ni hao. Whoa. Somebody's taking care of them. Sounds like someone's in there. I don't know if it's a guard or an actual villager. 有点难。
一个人呢？
一个人的。你也是吗？
嗯。你是哪人？
我是美国人。
美国。
对对对。很高兴认识你。
你一个人可以啊，我也刚上来，你拍外头可以，不要拍里头
啊，
里头不让拍照哈。
这是你的狗吗？
不是，这是这个地方的狗。
OK。
行了，你还可以一个人上来了。行，你中文说的不错。
没有没有。
四川话听得懂不？我说四川话，你晓得不？
上海话。
四川话。我说四川话，你能听懂？
四川话有点难过。还是四川人？
我是四川人，中国人，川人。
OK。
嗯。
村里的人都被搬走了吗？
嗯。
哦。
迁移了。
哦，迁移了。
嗯。
到那里
叫搬迁走了。
哦。
这个地方就是一个遗址了。历史遗迹，
里面是
这个地方的主人
主人。你是那个彝族人吗？
对。
所以每天你还是都在这里吗？
对。
好的。打扰您了。
没事没事。
你用了多长时间上来？
我2个小时差不多。你呢？
我2个半小时。
2个半小时。
毕竟我年龄比你大呀。
是的。
没
事吧。That's crazy. Everyone left, except for this one guy, I guess, who stays here as kind of like a caretaker for the village, I guess for the animals, for the plants. Wait, who's that guy over there? Hold on a second.
是外国是吧？
我是外国人。
哦。
对对对。你是农人吗？
嗯。
OK。对。就在这里难吗？
对。
你
会说中国话是吧？
会的。
厉害厉害。厉害。
你每天都会下山吗？
不下。每天都在上山的。每天都在这里。
OK， 就是有的时候。
对对。你的爱人是中国是吧？
爱人。
你的爱人是不是中国的？是吧？
还不错，
会说中国话。以前跟你一样的那些好多人。
你好厉害啊！你会说普通话？因为好多彝族人他们不会普通话，对吧？
对对对。也是，好多人不会说。好多人会说，不一样。
所以他们搬到山下了吗？
对。搬到那个昭举县城。
我要经过
昭举对吧？接过昭举。好的。接过。我
会去打个招呼。
下去注意安全哈。
好的。
注意安全。
我会的。很高兴认识你。
好，
谢谢。
好，下去注意安全。
That's so cool. So we found the last real villager in China's poorest village.
站着不动，我给你拍个照。可以吧？
可以拍照，对。
OK。
你可以用我的吗？
不用。
OK。
行，转一转。
然后转一转。很不错的地方。Hey, buddy. I don't know, that homie who's not from here kind of keeps following me up the mountain. This actually is kind of a sensitive subject in China. Because everyone outside of China thinks that outside the cities, it's still a third world shithole. Meanwhile, in China, they say that poverty has been eliminated. Usually the truth is somewhere in the middle. So this is a good time to mention that a few years back, the central government introduced a poverty elimination plan for the entire country. And so, China's way of dealing with poverty is they take people living in extreme areas like this, and then they move them to new housing developments in the cities. It's so insane to think that literally 5 years ago, you didn't have these guardrails. This was built by the central government. And so the people would have been going down the mountain on paths like this every day. It really is crazy. And then the most amazing thing is the government, just a few years after building these metal railings, they changed their mind and were like, actually, maybe we'll just move everybody off the mountain. That seems safer. I guess if we want to meet most of the people that lived in this village, if we want to meet most of the E people, we're going to have to get back down the mountain and rejoin civilization. Wait, 你还在上顶？
没有，我身上你不用安全带吗？
我有时候会用。I'm still not sure if this guy is just like stalking me down the mountain. But wow, from up here you can actually see a football field. It looks like it might have been a school. Is that a helicopter pad? Alright, here we are back at the base of the mountain. And this is what happened. They turned everything into a tourist site. 你也是博主吗？
你是哪里的人？
欢迎你来我们这边玩哈！
来来来，欢迎你来悬崖村，欢迎你到悬崖村来玩，怎么跟你？
谢谢。
嗯，
That was kind of trippy. It's like opposite day. It's like I'm getting used for content. 你好，你好, here we go again. 你也是博主吗?
I don't know.
You don't know? What's up?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
你听不懂。
So here you are, this is China. China eliminated poverty by turning everything into a tourist site. Oh, I knew it. I knew it, of course. There's no gondola, but now you can take a helicopter up to the top. So you can still wear your high heels and get to the top. So China. Getting moved away from your childhood home. You know, that's the kind of thing that could cause some mental distress, would it not? Now, you can't always deal with mental anguish alone, and that's okay. That's where today's sponsor and paid partner comes in, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an online platform that makes it as simple as possible to start therapy. You fill out a short questionnaire, talk about what's going on and what you're looking for, and they match you with a licensed therapist who actually suits you. Now, I know better than anyone that you need someone to talk to sometimes. I was imprisoned in a foreign country for almost a month. PTSD afterward was a real concern. As lame as it sounds, therapy has helped put me in a more positive headspace and stop replaying the same thoughts over and over again. It's difficult to stop thinking like, oh, what if I had just not gone to that border with Russia and China and done things differently? But the past is the past, and I can't go back and change it. BetterHelp treats therapy as a steady, manageable habit, not a life-ending crisis. You can schedule sessions by phone, video, or live chat, whatever fits your schedule. And if the first therapist match isn't quite right, you can switch anytime at no extra cost. So if you also want to get into a better headspace, just click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/sabbatical to get 10% off your first month. I kind of want to go see like what village life, a village that people actually live in is like. So there's a town up the road here. They're telling me the only way to get there is hitchhiking. So here we go. My first time hitchhiking in China. This will be fun. 拉马镇上车。谢谢。
我说我想拉个美女哈，美女没看见。
不好意思，我不是美女。好，非常感谢。没事，再见。原 ourselves a free ride to the nearest town.
我
Okay.
洗洗就开始说，爸爸走走，
爸爸这种。
吃饭没有？怎么给你？
哦，这是个视频吗？
哦，怎么给你？
这我听不懂。卡莎莎，
卡莎莎，
卡莎莎，卡莎莎，
卡莎莎，怎么给你？
卡莎莎，你和卡莎。
我喊你弟弟。
Grabbing my ass.
上的什么是说有老婆没有？那个一次就嫁给你可以吧？一次姑娘。
你要嫁？You want to marry me? Oh shit.
卡莎莎，怎么给你？
She's very demanding.
你说自己说。
哦，好的好的。多少钱？
以后都不要给钱，收给你吃。
确定吗？确定吗？
给不是贴吧？
给 boss 吧。
给不。
OK，我要走路一下。卡莎莎。Hello. Hi. Wow, I'm getting a lot of attention this time. 我是外国人，你好。你好。这是你的儿子吗？
不是，
是女儿吗？
外甥。
外甥。OK. Wow. Alright, it is very possible I'm the very first foreign man to walk through this town. The cocks are loose. Gotta rein them in. This is literally the closest thing I've seen to the extreme poverty you always hear about in China. The stereotype. They say that most of China is still living in the dark ages. It's literally as poor as it gets, my friends. I am not a China propagandist, by no means. Things have changed. 你们是一家吗？
是一家。
一家人，哇！
对，一家人。
像这么多人 ，OK， 谢谢。
会吃吗？
这是什么？
土豆。
啊，土豆。OK，谢谢。土豆。As an Irishman, I approve. 这是什么？鸭肉。OK， 我怎么吃呢？就是拿个手吃。OK， 谢谢。What the family？
你是哪里的？
我是美国人。
美国人。
嗯。我喜欢中国。
你喜欢中国？
对。
我们也很爱中国。自己挑着吃。
啊，没关系。我吃不下去。They won't stop trying to feed me.
再吃一个土豆。
啊，
你们那边
我不要。
你们那边物价高吗？在你们美国那边买东西贵吗？
哦，对，比这里贵好多。
你们那边有土豆吗？
有土豆，有好多土豆。已经我不知道。我知道，但是比这里贵。这里一斤是多少钱
1块。
1块一斤？
对，2块一斤。
2块一斤。That sounds really cheap.
在你们美国那边有没有什么战争之类的呀？没有吧？
有和平。但是有问题，但是有和平。
有没有打架？有没有战争爆发那种？
我现在在伊朗，他们打架了。
你们美国和伊朗吗？
我不是但是政府跟伊朗打架了。
国家。
那我要走了
吗？
对，卡莎莎。
家的。
These are the friendliest people I've met in China.
你是这样。
哎，不要那样。是个好人。You do like this. 握手，跟他握手。No， 跟他，你们在一起。Okay, 不错。Maybe the other girl was the bully and she was standing up to it. I don't know. This is one of the few places in China where you can see a lot of kids running around on the street. Even during the period of the one-child policy, which didn't end that long ago, the government allowed the ethnic minorities of China to have more than one child. I think they were allowed to have up to 3. So, well, now it's back to you can have as many as you want. I'm being followed by a gang from the neighborhood, being stalked. 你说什么？
他说的。
你说什么？
你第一次来中国，为什么会说中国话？
我不是第一次来中国，是第一次来这边。
第几次？
What a poor but extremely beautiful place.
你喜欢中国还是美国还是伊朗？
我都喜欢。
怎么那么小声？
我要教你们一个，人是人，政府是政府，是不一样的。
人是人，政府是政府。
对的，
每个国家有各个国家的。
对的，你说的对。你好。
这个你好点啊，你好点。
问题好的了，他是说了没什么，这个他不过。
OK， 我听不懂。我要去说一下你的语言。
认不了汉族语。
啊，对，他认不了普通话。
对。
你说什么？美国会吸毒吗？
对。
That's good if Americans take drugs. 有些人会吸毒，但是大部分人不吸毒。
美国人，我们以前这里是吸毒的。
是吗？对，我听说过。现在没有了吗？
现在没有了。
Okay. 那是好事。There you go. Damn, even the kids know about that. Even the kids know about the heroin problem. 要小心有屎。
这是60。
你有屎？
这个踩了没屎的，你踩一下。
我不喜欢。这是你的牛吗？
哦，是的，牛。
哇，
这中国是习不习惯了？
中国习惯。
习惯了。手好不好？手最近好不好？
对，我吃过饭了。对。
说的是你生活。
这是你爸爸吗？ Somebody. Okay, well, 很高兴认识你，拜拜。Life on the other side of China. 牛逼，非常牛逼。牛逼 means fucking awesome. 我要回去双鸭村，因为快黑了。什么？
你认识马斯克吗？
马斯克 ，right？ 我认识。对。你们觉得马斯克怎么样？
特别好。
特别。There you go. China loves Elon Musk. Even the kids. There you go. You couldn't pick 2 countries that are more different than China and America. 在这里他们说美国人是人吗？
对。
他手里面有。
不是，不对的。This is really funny. They're asking me if I eat. They're asking me if I eat people. So in America, we have the stereotype that Chinese people eat dogs, cats, whatever. Apparently over here, they are teaching them that Americans eat people. 我们像你们一样，我们吃一样的东西。
阿姨死婆不是吃人的吗？小孩肉。阿姨那里。
OK， 可能阿姨死婆。
你的血管很少呀。
Elon Musk eats people.
马斯克吃那个萝莉刀。
Oh my god.
你们那里吃不吃？
This is the funniest kids in China.
你们那里吃不吃？
You guys should be comedians. You gotta start stand up.
吃完什么菜？
This is the first place in China to kind of remind me of Africa a bit. Kids playing on the highway. Cows walking around. Might get lucky. Hitch another ride. 你好，双鸭村，你可以带我去吗？
去哪里啊？
双鸭村。
上车吧。
OK， 谢谢。
你还会说中国话呀？
我还会说。
你是美国人啊？
美国的，对。OK， 我要走了，再见，拜拜，拜拜。OK。
刚才去全天干嘛？
啊，我的酒店就在那边。哦，啊，你好，你好。
美女。
Hello。
中国的美女。
耶。哪有？这是2个帅哥，我看哪个？
这个帅哥吗？
没有。不是，这也是个帅哥。
对呀，2个帅哥，我看哪一个
？Pick the fun part of China. 谢谢，非常感谢你。
没事。欢迎来到中国玩啊
！All right. Bye bye. And here we are. Back at what used to be the poorest village in all of China and is now a giant tourist attraction. He actually told me that a lot of people don't feel comfortable being filmed here, which is something I've never encountered anywhere in China. And the reason he said was kind of sad. He said it's because the rest of China all thinks of this place as like a backward shithole. The rest of the country thinks of this place as very poor. And they don't want to look poor, but I don't think he understands that the people I've met here are nicer than anywhere else in China. It's interesting because you can see that it's 7 o'clock over in Shanghai and Beijing. It would already be dark by now, but China is on just a single time zone. So way out here in the west, the sun stays out pretty late. And of course, they wouldn't remake the poorest village in China into a tourist site and not put a hotel there. Which is a good thing, because we are way out in the middle of nowhere. I think we're at least like 5 hours away from the nearest city. So, this is where I'll be staying for tonight. Out here in the Blue Ridge Mountains of China. Man, it really is almost like a one-to-one comparison when you think about it. West Virginia, Liangshanyi. West Virginia, they did meth. Out here, they did heroin. I'll think about this more as I sleep. This kind of looks almost like a school, and that's because it was. This would have been the elementary school that the kids from the village up on the mountain would have come down to. They literally hiked down for like an hour every day and then hiked 2 hours back up to go to school. Having met the E people, it was now time to return to the big cities of China, where many of the E had moved to. Guess we're gonna have to hitchhike again. Please. No, okay. Damn, it was so easy yesterday, but I don't know, today there's already been like 10 cars that passed by and they're stopping. They're like stopping to take a picture of me. They don't want to help this Lao Wai out. Jiaojui或者西昌。我想去见面，我可以加入吗？前面1公里。哦，这是1公里。This is a lot harder when you don't have a French woman with you to lure down the drivers. To be fair, I don't know if I'd want to bring Neil along for like 4 hours in the car either.
你是哪个国家的？
我是加拿大人。
加拿大。
对。
那中文说的那么好，跟我们一样的说话。
是没有。
要出去吗？
Okay, these homies, these very kind homies are going to drive me to the nearest city, Jiaojui.
来，
这样子，这么大的，
那大怕什么呢？
这是橙子吗？
不是，这是粑粑干。
粑粑干。
你坐里面了。拍个毛线了，快坐里面了。
拍这边。
快坐里面了，坐里面没。
哎，不要啰嗦啊！啊，等到疫情天那里停。
你们是本地人吗？
我们不是，我们是在这边的有事的。
我们是长沙人。
哦，长沙人。啊，那是湖南吗？
对。哇，你不是间谍吧？我天哪，那么清楚。
我不是。
你是间谍就麻烦了。
没有。
他以前在中国就是烧、杀、抢，无恶不作。他是侵略中国的，他是灭中国的族，他就是要想灭中国的人这些族。所以日本人他这个心里面，他是他妈很坏的家伙。
对。
日本鬼他就心痒痒的就想揍。在你们外国有人说，所有的人之原来说鬼子的只有他。这不是人来的。
他们也杀我们了。
你们那没到你们那边去。加拿大没去。出来没？他是跟你们美国联军在打他，在那岛上。你们国家有多少年的历史了？
不太久。有说英文的部分，有说法语的部分。
你们的国恨家仇是谁呀？
你们的国恨家仇是谁？
跟整个人和日本人一样。
我不知道 maybe 可能美国。
你们为什么那么恨他呢？
我开玩笑。
他太霸道了。
我跟美国。
我靠！
就跑了。
啥干的嘞
Got into an accident. He's driving crazy to catch up to the other guy.
This
is not really what I signed up for. They're getting out of this car like they're the fucking mafia to fuck this guy up. Well, it's at least some beautiful scenery. This is definitely not what I signed up for.
你还要我怎么解说？我看到你来了，占道行驶，我把车背着走。
This kind of sucks, not gonna lie. I'm thinking about maybe I should ditch these guys. I don't know how long it's gonna take for them to sort out the Chinese version of AAA. It's not even that messed up. I mean, these guys. I guess this is what it's like to hitchhike.
8点，你要他给你对。
The situation is, they think the truck driver is clearly at fault, and they're telling him they are not going to let him keep driving until they pay him. This is a shakedown. I guess a justified shakedown. I kind of just want to get to the next town. I'm switching to a different car. 谢谢你们。他们转车了。
上车了吗？
对。
打拳拳状。
靠不你们。大出血。
This is like an informal bus. 你好。
我们
谢谢。Okay, so we've reached Jiaozhui. This is the county seat of the region. This is where a lot of the Yi people move to. 没有了吗？谢谢。彝族人吗？加拿大人。 to a big city. We're very far from the Blue Ridge Mountains of China. Look at all these taxis. There's like a million of them. They're all lining up to pick up people from the train station. Just got here. 1 taxi, 2 taxis. There's a 3rd taxi. 4, 5. China is unusual in the sense that it has now developed the same extreme orderliness of other East Asian nations, but somehow it's still a lot more chaotic. And there's a lot more spitting. 这里可以睡觉吗？1个小时？或者有别的事情？Okay, 谢谢。They're selling rooms for 1 hour. Wink, wink. I think there's something else going on. Ah, the big city life. Almost makes me kind of sad. You wouldn't find 1 hour hotel rooms over in the Blue Ridge Mountains of China. You wouldn't find those in the Izu lands. And the Izu people, the E people, I should say. Izu just means the E ethnicity. They're still here in this city. But here, they kind of blend in. Yunnan, we actually passed from Sichuan province to Yunnan province. Yunnan is famous for having the most minorities in all of China. But I kind of miss the E people already. They really were a unique group of people within China. They had to be, in one way, the happiest, most smiley people, but it did seem kind of sad how they seem to be affected by what the rest of the country thinks of them, what was reported in the news about their problems with drugs. For a long time, they apparently had the highest HIV rate in China, which is not the greatest stereotype to have about your people. And that's all in the past. Say what you will about the government, say what you will about them taking them out of their village and putting them into the cities, but they did get the HIV rates down, and they did get the heroin usage down. So I hope the E people will get a little more proud of their reputation in China in the future. If you ever take a trip to China, let me tell you, this is what it's all about. Walking up to a late night barbecue spot. They give you some tea. You don't even know what it's made of. There's some super drunk Chinese people right to the side of you. This is the pure China experience right here. You don't have to speak Chinese to have this. Just show up. Have a curious mind. I'm just missing the beer.
Is this your first time here?
In China?
Yes.
Definitely not my first time.
云南。
不是同一次，是第二次。
感觉印象怎么样？
非常棒。我很喜欢云南。云南、上海是我最喜欢中国的地方。
上海的物价很贵。
这是对的，对。但是这里比较便宜。This man has just joined me at the table. 白酒吗？ Hopefully he's not here to arrest me, but... And I was just saying I need a drink.
这个肉。
哦，这个肉啊。你是朝鲜民族吗？彝族。
Yes。
哦。
但是我听不懂。
真的假的？彝族吗？ 我刚刚去过那个彝族的地方。
我听不懂彝话，有白彝族跟黑彝族，两个彝族。
啊。哦，白彝族有什么区别？白族的钱比较多吗？
有些方言不一样，有些语言不一样。
White ones and black ones. So he said I am the first foreigner he ever met. Wash up. There we go.
我们可以合个照吗？
合个照，当然可以合个照。He's also very drunk. Here we go. All right, let's go. Here's my best new friend in China. Look at that. Oh, you got the filter on. Nice. Nice to meet you. 你姓什么？
这个孔子的子，
孔子的子 ，OK。
然后学习的学，健康的。
啊 ，OK。不错。
英文呢
？Tommy。
Tommy。Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Yeah, OK.
那我就先回去了，我明天还有工作。
啊，好的。
一路顺风。
好好休息。Well, my friends, I hope you have found this to be another interesting trip to China. We saw literally the poorest place in China. China's made a lot of progress. Their methods, they can be brutal. They can be a little heavy-handed, but you can't deny that they've made the country a bit better. It's hard to find extreme poverty in China nowadays. And you see here with the E people, we met the E people, and the same story is happening. As we just met that security guard who, was he hitting on me? I don't know. Anyway, he was a super nice guy. But you heard that? He didn't remember how to speak his own language, the E language. He just knew one word in it, which is crazy. But that's happening all over the country. Anyway, let's wrap it up. I'm gonna go stay in this hourly hotel over here. Until next time, bye bye, 再见.